I got some new games. Oh, what a glorious day. Oh, get new games. The kids show you can wait. Hey everybody, and welcome to another pickups video. I got some pretty cool stuff this past week or two, however long it's been since my last one, and obviously I'm still on a PS2 kick. Very cheap system to collect for right now. So, but anyway, let's get to it. First up, I got a stack of some loose Famicom carts. This first game by Taito. It's called Sky Destroyer. Pretty fun. A lot like, I guess you could say it's more like Afterburner, where it's kind of like behind the plane and you're dipping and dodging and all that kind of stuff, but it has a kind of like a World War II motif to it. So Sky Destroyer, pretty cool. Here's one, Mighty Bomb Jack. Pretty tough game. Basically you go through a series of rooms, collecting all the bombs in the rooms, and then that'll open a door that allows you to continue on. But a lot of obstacles in your way. And this doesn't end up being a very tough game. It's Mighty Bomb Jack. Pretty fun. The title for this one, let me take a look. You see? Actually, I have it written down. Alright. Kyatsu Ninden Tayande. Kyatsu Ninden Tayande. Yeah, either way, it's in the States it's called Samurai Pizza Cats. Kind of an odd premise for a cartoon. Pretty fun game, pretty standard action platformer, very fun. Actually, I didn't know about this game until I saw SnowCon 3, that channel. He did a review on this game, and it looked pretty cool. And so when I saw it at Hard Off, I thought, why not? I'd give that a try. Samurai Pizza Cats. Here we have a copy of Fighting Golf by SNK, and this got an American release, but it had some pro golfer's name attached to it, but I can't remember his name because who remembers golfers? But it's Fighting Golf by SNK, pretty typical golf game. Also got a copy of Donkey Kong Jr. Math. I don't know why I got this. It was like $1, so really haven't got a whole lot of use for this. Not a very fun game or anything, but whatever. Goes in the collection. Here, got a copy of Magical Taruruto-kun. Another fun game based on this anime series. Actually recently did a review for the Magical Taruruto-kun game for the Mega Drive, so if you want to go check that out, I'll put a link in the description. But I've only seen bits and pieces of the anime series, but the games are always fun, colorful, good games. And lastly, it's Mobile Suit Z Gundam Hot Scramble. And generally speaking, I like to collect Gundam games. It's not my favorite anime ever or anything, but they're fun enough. So those are all the loose carts. This I got boxed and complete. Very happy to get it. It's Famicom Jump 2 Saikyo no Nananin. Sorry. Saikyo no Nananin. Anyway, the first one is called Hero Retsuden. This one's called Saikyo no Nananin. That's a tongue twister. Basically what these games are, the first one, you're a kid, you get sucked into the Jump Comics world, and then you have interactions with all of the characters from that world, so it's Fist of the North Star and Dragon Ball, Ultimate Muscle, Captain Tsubasa, and all that kind of stuff. And this one's the sequel. Instead of being a kid sucked into the comic book world, just start the game playing as Goku, and then you can go around, you can meet characters from Magical Taruruto-kun, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and it's an action RPG. These are really cool. I really enjoy these crossover games. It's Famicom Jump 2 Saikyo no Nananin. Pretty cool. For a Super Famicom, I got a copy of Tiny Toon Adventures. This one and the one on the NES, they're both really fun games, really cool platformers, and I'm I was a huge fan of this show when I was a kid. I would watch it every afternoon after I got home from school. So, Tiny Toon Adventures, always fun. Here, this is awesome. I didn't even know that this got a release on the Saturn, but it's Metal Slug for the Sega Saturn, and I was very happy to find it complete, spine card and all that jazz. I'm a huge fan of the Metal Slug series. I'm a fan of SNK in general, but Metal Slug games are super fun. They look, sound, and play great. Metal Slug for the Sega Saturn. And this game, police going crazy outside. This game I actually got courtesy of my friend the Sainted Magnus. It's a flying power disc for the Neo Geo CD, and this game is awesome. This game is awesome. Essentially, it's a top-down, you and your opponent, and it's played out kind of like tennis, except you each have a goal behind you, and you throw a disc that bounces all around. You do these super moves and all kinds of awesome stuff. But Flying Power Disc for the Neo Geo CD is a really fun game. Check it out if you get the chance. Alright, now onto this big stack of PS2 games. First up, because I can't read the kanji, because my kanji still sucks. Can't read the Japanese title, but I know it translates to Demolition Girl. This game, the premise is this girl in a bikini somehow becomes giant, like in a monster movie. She eventually gets eye lasers and all kinds of crazy shit. And you play a series of people trying to stop her in jets and helicopters and all kinds of what have you. It's kind of an interesting premise, but the execution is kind of bad. This game isn't really all that fun, but it was cheap, so whatever. And again, novelty. Sometimes I'll get games just for the novelty of having such a ridiculous game. Here we have Appleseed EX, based on the anime by Shiro Masamune. It is an action game. It looks good, like graphically it's good, but the gameplay is pretty weak in this one. But anyway, that's Appleseed EX. Here's a really awesome game. It's Ace Combat 4. I've always liked all of the Ace Combat games, and this one's a really good one. It looks good, plays good, great sound, everything. Ace Combat 4, awesome game. These two I'll do together. It's Garo Den Break Blow and Garo Den Break Blow Fist or Twist. Both of these games are 3D fighting games based on a manga. I forget who writes and illustrates the manga, but same guy that created Baki the Grappler, if you've ever heard of that. Definitely you can tell too, the art style is identical. But these two games are really fun fighting games. They didn't come out overseas, which is kind of a shame because I found myself really getting into these games. You got karate guys, boxing guys, wrestlers, and all kinds of stuff, and each character does play very uniquely. There's even one character who's one of my favorites. He doesn't even have combos. Just each one of his moves has to be executed perfectly for it to be effective. So, I don't know. Yeah, but all the characters playing very uniquely, and this is a very fun couple of fighting games. The Garoden games for the PlayStation 2. Here, we got a copy of Dragon Ball Z Sparking. This came out in the States as Tenkaichi Budokai, I think they were called. Fun games, over the shoulder, almost like a Dragon Ball Z simulator. This one's still pretty fun, but I definitely prefer the second and third one. They kept on improving the series as they went along, but they're pretty fun games. This one here, pretty cool. Actually, when I found this, I was kind of surprised. It's called Battle Stadium DON, which stands for Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Naruto. It's another crossover game where you have characters from Dragon Ball Z, One Piece, and Naruto, and it plays very much like Smash Brothers. So take Smash Brothers and then put all those anime characters into it, and you have this game. It's pretty damn fun, and it's balanced. So I mean, you can have characters from Naruto and One Piece, which I'm not really a fan of those shows. I've never watched them. I read some of the comics a long time ago. But the game works in a way that you can pair those characters up against Dragon Ball Z characters and they don't get completely annihilated. But this is a pretty fun game. Battle Stadium, DON. This game, a ridiculously long title. I'm gonna have to read it off paper. It's Goketsuji Ichizoku Matsuri Senzo Kujo. Don't ask me to translate that. It is a 2D fighting game by, well, excited, but I could have swore that this was put out by Atlas. Anyway, very strange 2D fighter. It has a weird, wacky sense of humor. Characters are a bit off. The sound design is a bit off. The backgrounds and arenas are just strange. It's strange, but a fun 2D fighting game. So, once again, Goketsuji Ichizoku Matsuri Senzo Kuyo. That's a mouthful. If you get a chance, though, play it. If you're a fan of 2D fighters, it's pretty damn fun. Here we have a copy of Guilty Gear XX, The Midnight Carnival Reload. This one with Robo Kai. All the Guilty Gear games are cool. Not really a whole lot needs to be said about that. Street Fighter EX3, the third in the series of 3D Street Fighter games. These are, of all the Street Fighter games, this is probably my least favorite. They're just, I don't know, feel uninspired, kind of weak entries into the Street Fighter series, but nevertheless, there it is. Of that series, though, the first one's my favorite, just because of nostalgic value. Here we have SVC Chaos, SNK versus Capcom. This is good. Basically, it's SNK's version of these versus titles, so it's their art style and music and gameplay. They handled the whole thing, and they did it well. This is a very good game. It's certainly on par with the Capcom versus SNK games. Very cool game, SVC Chaos. Copy of Soul Calibur 2. I've never been a big Soul Calibur fan. They're fun enough, but I'm not as, die hard about them as a lot of people seem to be. But Soul Calibur 2. Copy of Tekken Tag Tournament. I really like this game. I've always been a Tekken fan. Tekken was one of the first games I played on the PlayStation. In retrospect, the first Tekken and even Tekken 2, they're not great games. Tekken 4 ain't so good, but aside from that, I've always been a fan of the Tekken series. So there you go. Here we have a copy of Akumajo Dracula. Yami no... what is it? Giardi or something like that? Anyway, it's Castlevania Curse of Darkness. Again, I like this game. Castlevania, one of my favorite series of all time. And this one and Lament of Innocence, I actually like both of them. And this one, really cool action RPG. Curse of Darkness. Pretty good. Here, a sequel to a great game on the PS1. It's Musashiden 2. What is it? The Swordmaster or Blade Master? Blade Master. It's a sequel to Brave Fencer Musashiden on the PlayStation. Fun action RPG by Square Enix. Really colorful visuals, cel-shaded anime style, all that kind of stuff. I really do like this game. I've been playing it a bit lately. It's pretty cool. Musashiden 2, the Blade Master. And lastly, I went ahead and picked myself up a copy of Kingdom Hearts. Been playing this game a lot. Actually, with these Japanese RPGs, since I'm still learning Japanese, these make good study aids. Forces you to listen and to read. And really cool. I always did like Kingdom Hearts. I thought it was cool. It was an unexpected combination of Final Fantasy and Disney. I wouldn't have expected, that kind of thing at the time, but it was pulled off pretty damn well. And classic Disney characters in Japanese is a new experience for me. Donald Duck. If you thought he was difficult to understand before, wait till he's speaking Japanese. You will just be totally lost. Sounds perfectly Donald. The guy did a great job of mimicking Donald's voice. It's just strange to hear him speak in Japanese. But anyway, Kingdom Hearts. Fantastic series of games. Anyway, that'll do it for this pickups video. I hope you guys saw some games you liked. If you did, feel free to comment, like if you feel so inclined. And if you're not a subscriber, subscribe. Because I have videos with video games in them, and that seems to be pretty popular these days. So that being said, everybody, Thanks for watching, take care, and I shall see you next time.